Today is Friday, April 7th, and we had a storm last night, and so all these plants were super dry, and as you can see now, they are drowning. So I'm about to get to work getting them all out of the water so they don't drown. I wanted to show you. Look at my little ice plant. I'm pretty excited. I've never grown those before. And these are from seed. Well, all of this, or most of it, is from seeds or cuttings. I started to put some of the tomatoes in 3-gallon pots. I know that's probably not big enough to make the whole season in, but it's what I have right now. So I'm going to use it, and we'll see what happens. The spoon tomatoes are already, I think I showed y'all last time, they're already making little baby tomatoes. So we're pretty excited. So anyway, I have to get to work standing up all these plants and dumping out all this water. These stink bug things are new to me this year. They were on my potatoes, they're on my tomatoes. I am not a fan. Okay, I got the plant horde all out of the containers. So now I'm going to go check on the garden before the next line of storms comes through. Well, today is Saturday. I came out to the garden yesterday, like I said, but as soon as I got out here, the bottom let loose and it started raining. And it rained on and off all day. So I'll go ahead and show you where the garden is now. Okay, so my son has moved his pit digging. I think I showed you all these last time that they've grown. I gave in and bought a 6-pack of jalapenos and serranos to go ahead and plant, because those are the ones I planted that did not come up, and those are the ones I really want. So I went ahead and bought those. I haven't planted them yet. But everything really appreciated the massive amount of rain. I'll show you over here how pretty the nasturtiums are blooming. And so I did go through, I kind of weeded some things. I pruned the tomatoes and picked the suckers so that hopefully nothing's touching the ground, especially with all the rain and how wet it is. I didn't want anything touching the ground. I have a cucumber that's getting pretty big, so I just kind of cheated and I used its little grabber and tied it onto that thing that's left over from last year, just because it was trying to sprawl out into the garden and I want it to go up onto the cattle panel, so hopefully that'll help it. Planted a basil, have marigolds blooming. I did plant a borage. I don't know how to say these things, I've just read them, but I've never grown it before, but I grew it from seed, and it's supposed to be a good companion plant because the pollinators really like it. I did manage to weed a pot or two. The bachelor buttons are full of buds and a couple of blooms. I've been clipping some every couple of days to put in a little vase above my sink. I did finally pull the hay off of my potatoes, and I don't know that very many potato plants made it. I only see this one that's been eaten by something, so I'm not sure. I'm just gonna leave it alone for a while and see what happens. This one's doing pretty good, and then I didn't see anything left in this one, so I don't know. This may be the only surviving potato container. We'll see. You can see how much rain we had. It was a lot. So I did plant some more cucumbers that a friend had traded me for. Hopefully they already have so many flowers. Hopefully they'll grow a little bit. That's the cherry type tomatoes. And I got 2 more cherry tomato plants from a friend. There's one over there, right behind the kale right there. And one right here. And then all the cucumbers in between and the kale in front. And see all the tomatoes. You can see I removed all the lower branches. I pulled off any suckers that, well, there's one I missed. Can you see it? Let's move that out. See that little, if left, that would branch out, and well, you can pick it off. When they get a little bigger, they would make a tomato plant. You could stick this in the ground and it would even take, but I pulled off some earlier. You can see all the branches I pulled off and the weeds I pulled up in the walkway. A lot of my tomato plants, like this one, had already, see, these are suckers too. It's just they're so big already that I don't know that I really want to break it off. Probably could. I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. I didn't realize they were growing so fast. Cucumbers are all getting big pretty fast. I'm going to go through, I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow because it's Easter, but maybe Monday morning, and put all the bean seeds in the ground in front of the tomatoes. You see, same thing here. I just pulled off all the lower branches. And these are the other peppers and Swiss chard. They're all getting big. I did go through, we've cooked with Swiss chard and kale a few times this week, but I can't keep up with it. It's a lot. The cabbages are still, let me walk you over there. They're still looking like I might be able to get an actual cabbage head out of them. See, they're trying. And it's much cooler since all the rain. So maybe. Look, that's a little baby cabbage head. Look at that. Yeah. Can feel it in there, so I'm hopeful for them. I did put a box down. I'm probably going to put some newspaper on top also because of the little cracks. And then I'll fill that with dirt so I can plant some stuff in there. It's my nasturtium and the celosia and the Swiss chard. And then this is the broccoli. I mean, I could eat that. I'm just trying to wait and see if is it going to start flowering? I think it is. But I mean, we could eat it like that. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If we're going to just take our tiny little nibble of a harvest and plant something else, or if I'm going to let it go. Oh, also, I did, in some of the corners, I had also got traded for some squash, yellow squash. And so I planted those. There's one over there too in the corner. Right there. And so I'll see how they do. The plan is to just let them grow out and over. See, there's one in that corner too. Just let them grow out and over into the yard. I don't really want to train them to go up because we're going to have cucumbers up this and the tomatoes attached. So the plan is to just let them go out and over. And we'll see. I always move my squash around just to try to make it harder for the vine borers. And so that's it. That's all I've got. The cushaw squash is doing really good too. So I will update y'all again next week. So I'll see you later.